Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the new Ravine Select for 2023. That's right, it got a little bit of an overhaul. This board features Rome's Free the Ride camber, which is rocker in the nose, then camber set back. So basically it's like S-camber. This is going to give you the load, pop, snap, and drive a little bit more off your back foot, and it's going to elevate that rocker in the nose to give you ease of entry in and out of turns as well as more optimal powder float. This board is available in 152, 155, 158, 162, and 166. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a high visibility gray skies day. There was snow falling, slightly warmer temps. You had hot pow, chop, chunder, ice, soft corduroy, firm corduroy, kind of just a mix of spring snowstorm conditions, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. In the past, the difference between the regular Ravine and the Ravine Select has been very marginal. They've stiffened this up and it is noticeable. You still have that directional flex where it's softer in the nose and progressively stiffens up to the tail, but the torsional flex is a little more rigid. You notice that. It makes for a more precise ride. Now when it comes to stability, they added flax impact plates right underfoot, and they added the flax wall in the nose. This reduces that chatter that you get with the regular Ravine. So what happens is you get less chatter, it's a more damp ride, but it still retains its liveliness. This board will plow through chop and chunder with ease. You don't have to worry about it, and you're not really going to feel any kinetic energy coming up underneath your feet. So what I like about this board is that slightly set back camber profile. You load it more off the back foot, and when you roll onto the tail, it pops and springs you. This is a board for launch and side hits, cat track, gaps, rollers, pillow poppers, everything in between. It's relatively easy to load up, and that snap is just absolutely superb. You can just feel those rods in the tail engage, and they just rebound extensively so that you're up in the air. With this board getting a slight overhaul, it takes a little more effort to do a nose butter on it now, especially even in POW. What you notice is that outside that nose, you want to engage that rocker section, and it's going to fight you. That camber is going to want to pull you down from that back foot. You're going to have to muscle it a little bit, but when you pop into it, you can feel it press, and then it'll spring you right back out when you want to get out of it. With the tail, it's high-speed wheelie season. You're just leaning back and just planing as much as you can on that stubby little tail back there. This board has more power on the edge-to-edge transmission, which translates to a deeper carve right off the bat. What you get is initiation right outside the front foot, but you steer it from inside the front foot back through the tail, right where that camber section is. That's where the load and drive is. This is a board that when you get it on edge, you feel it lock in, you kick your knee in, you're pushing hard into that camber section, those rods take over and they spring you out of the carve. Short, tight, quick carves, long, hard, drawn out carves, deep Euro carves, it's got you covered on all bases. Just the big thing to note is that you get more power out of this board compared to previous versions of it. You can really lay a trench with it. Who's this board for? The powerful all-mountain free ride guy. So with the addition of the flax impact plates and the flax wall, you notice that this board rides more damp, and they stiffened it up a little bit so you get a little more power out of the tail with it. That dampness translates to this thing just riding better in lumpy ass terrain. It pushes through chop and chunder with ease, but it doesn't sacrifice its liveliness. It really does differentiate itself from the regular Ravine now. Comparable boards: the Jones Ultra Mind Expander, the Ride Berserker, the Yes Pick Your Line Unink. Binding recommendations: the Rome Katana, the Nidecker K-On X, the Ride A9. This has been my review of the Rome Ravine Select. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.